More young adults are finding creative ways to navigate the high-priced housing market. In some cases, they're pooling funds with friends to buy instead of rent. 9 News real estate expert Lyon joins us this morning with a closer look. Lane is a realtor and managing broker at Coldwell Banker. Thanks for coming in.
Hey, good morning, Corey. Thanks for having me on.
This is so fascinating to me. So let's start with some of the youngest home buyers, Gen Z.
Yeah, who knew that Gen Zers were old enough to buy houses, right? Time flies, right? But we're talking about this age group that's kind of early to mid-20s, maybe right outside of college. They are taking advantage of home ownership, but they're realizing that it's tough to come up with a down payment, especially when you consider our average sales price here in the Denver area is right around $700,000. But they're getting creative, and they're actually going to their friends and teaming up together. There was some research done recently, in fact, that shows if you go to that far right there,
Whoa,
that's Gen Z.
Yes.
22% of Gen Z buyers bought a home with their friends to make the numbers work. Now, experts also advise that you should probably talk to an attorney too, because if you're not related and the time comes to sell, who's going to get all that money, right? Not a bad idea, but they are being creative, which is the main thing. And right now, we are seeing a lot of options for younger home buyers just because the market has some flexibility.
Got to get creative.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are there still programs out there for first-time home buyers?
Yeah, and this is a great time to be asking those questions, particularly of mortgage professionals. There are first-time home buyer down payment assistance programs. You can also ask about borrowing against your 401k retirement savings. We're seeing that as well. And we're also seeing sellers that are flexible. And I have to reiterate this, from July 4th to really till school starts, our market slows down a little bit. So people who are on the market right now, they're ready to work with a buyer.
Okay.
So if you need help with price, if you need help with closing costs to buy down your interest rate, this is the time. Also, inspection repairs. We're seeing a lot of sellers who are, yes, making those fixes because buyers just don't have the money to do it later. So if you're a homeowner, yes, you're doing that. But the reality is this is a time to be out shopping because there's inventory available.
Does that mean prices are coming down a bit too?
Oh, I know. Well, homeowners are like, what prices? And buyers are hopeful, right? The reality is, I would say that prices are stable here in the Denver area. In fact, the Denver Metro Association of Realtors says in June, the average sales price was up 2%.
Oh.
But if you're selling your home and you're giving closing costs and you're doing repairs, it is cutting into your net proceeds. So keep that in mind. Timing is everything, Corey. I have a buyer right now who's under contract in Littleton, watched a house for 45 days. The day we saw it, another offer came in, full price.
Right, wow.
But what made the difference, he's younger, he didn't have a home to sell.
Okay.
And we're going to inspection later today.
Non-contingent is big, that's for sure.
Makes a difference.
You got to get creative in this market.
Absolutely.
As always, Lane, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me on.